Yo, what's up guys? I'm Perez. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna... My camera's shaking, jeez. Okay, today we're gonna review some unpopular NBA opinions of mine. Well, okay, let me just fix that mic real quick. We're gonna review some unpopular NBA opinions of mine, and I'm gonna tell you why I think this. So, let's get straight into it. The first one being that by the end of his career, Stephen Curry will be the greatest point guard of all time. I think that he will be better than Magic Johnson. Stephen Curry, in my opinion, is the most impactful player in NBA history. Look how much he changed the NBA. Now the metas get a three, and teams are doing that good. Look at the Houston Rockets a few years ago. The Warriors. The team's meta is to shoot threes. That's mostly due to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, but more Steph Curry. Now, in my opinion, he's gonna end up being the greatest point guard of all time in his career. So that's my first unpopular opinion. My second unpopular opinion is that Vince Carter isn't as good as people think. He could dunk. He was a solid player. T-Mac is better than him. There's not even a question. In my opinion, he's not that good as people think. He's still a good player, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't put him in my top 25. I don't know about you, but that's just me. My third unpopular. I don't know if this one's really that unpopular, but Chris Paul and Dwight Howard are top 20 NBA players of all time. You can't tell me otherwise, because Dwight Howard won 3 straight NBA depoys, and Chris Paul, his nickname is literally the point guard. In my opinion, the third best point guard of all time. I don't know about y'all, but in my opinion, that is incredible that someone can win depoy 3 years in a row, and that one, he's literally like third in assists. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the video. But yeah, that's amazing. Another unpopular opinion, Russell Westbrook is a top 5 point guard of all time, maybe even 4. Hear me out. Russell Westbrook is now, since yesterday, the all-time leader in triple doubles. Okay, he's averaged a triple double 4 out of the last 5 seasons, and you can't tell me that he's not top 5 point guards of all time. In my opinion, Russell Westbrook is a top 30 player of all time. He's an amazing player, and that's just amazing. In my opinion, he's one of my favorite players. He's my second favorite player of all time behind LeBron James, and that's amazing to me how someone can average a triple-double so many seasons. So that's another unpopular opinion. And here we go. Now this one isn't really unpopular, but I think that the 2 hardest championships of all time were the 2011, this is actually pretty popular, but the 2011 championship and the 2016 championship were the hardest championships of all time. And this one's a bit unpopular, but I think that the 2011 championship is a bit more overrated. It's just my opinion. It was, don't get me wrong, that it's an amazing championship. In my opinion, the second hardest championship to get of all time. But that's just a bit overrated. Another unpopular opinion, this one I've seen pop up a bit, but this one that I'm about to say is the Warriors from 2016 were not a super team. They have the best regular season record of all time, but if you really think about it, a super team is a team that's built, aka the Heat from 2010 to 2014, the Warriors from 2017 to 2019, the Bulls, the MJ's Bulls, Kobe's Lakers, the Celtics. Those are super teams. And another thing, before we keep going with this, people don't understand how hard it is to get a three-peat. LeBron's Heat couldn't do it, and the greatest team ever assembled, the Warriors from 2017 to 2019, couldn't do it. This is just telling you how hard it is to get a three-peat. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that the Warriors from 2016 aren't a super team. Let me tell you why. The Warriors from 2016, they were a great team, don't get me wrong, but it was more because of chemistry. They drafted all those players. They drafted Stephen Curry, who eventually became the best three-point shooter of all time. They drafted Draymond Green, who is an NBA Hall of Famer, no doubt. They drafted Klay Thompson. That's just amazing. Okay. Another unpopular opinion, Wilt Chamberlain is overrated. He did average 50, but let's remember that basketball back then wasn't like people's first jobs. Yes, there was people that played basketball as a living, but a lot of players played basketball after coming out of work. It wasn't their first job. Right now, he would have still been a great player, don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure he would have, in my opinion, he would have averaged somewhere around 28 points, not 50, okay? That's my opinion. That's another one. Another unpopular opinion, the greatest scorer of all time is Kevin Durant, better than Magic Johnson. Better than Michael Jordan, not Magic Johnson. The greatest scorer of all time is Kevin Durant. Have you ever seen a 7-foot player that can dribble like a guard and shoot like Curry? You have never seen it. This is the greatest scorer of all time, Kevin Durant, and might win the championship this year. In my opinion, the Lakers are going to win it. They're the play-in right now, which is kind of awkward since they haven't been healthy all year. But that is, in my opinion, the greatest scorer of all time. In my opinion, the two best shot creators the best shot creator would also be Kevin Durant, because he can create shots so good. Followed by I keep thinking Magic Johnson. Why do I keep thinking Magic Johnson? Followed by James Harden. He's an amazing shot creator, but in my opinion, Kevin Durant can create so much more shots because of the height. And this has just been a video about me and my unpopular opinions about the NBA. I hope you liked it. I'm Perez. Remember to subscribe. Go follow me on TikTok. I'll link it down in the description. Subscribe, leave a like. Peace.